Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Leopold special that I've been doing. Last we talked, I was finishing up the Broken Alliances one, and while there was just such a good reaction to that one, that I sort of get lost. I got lost, casting just actual replays. Okay, so what we did today is I just randomly saw on Make Me Host that someone was hosting a War of the Lost Kingdoms, and I was like, oh my god, yes! Because every time I tried to host it for the channel, just no one would join. It's such an old game, and it's just not well known enough that you find that there are problems with getting enough people to fill the game, which is unfortunate because I hear people talk, every time I say that, people are like, oh, what are you talking about? I host it every weekend, and it's full all the time, and I just want to punch a baby. It gets so grumpy. I'm like, well, why don't I have your luck, you jerk? Anyway, so I joined the game, and although we don't only start with 7 players, and you're going to see a few people kind of just go. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're going to see Purple specifically. I'm not sure he does anything before he just goes. But, I still think it's a good... This replay is still a good idea of how the map works and, what to expect if you play it. Because I think it's actually a phenomenally fun map. If you get 12 players, it can be absolutely crazy good. So much fun, especially on FAAs, although sometimes free-for-alls, you get this snowball effect where... one player starts getting too many bases and it goes crazy. Now, unlike Broken Alliances, where all the bases, well, almost all the bases at once are taken up by players, instead in this game you see that you put your peasant that started here. Oh, Soma Cruz, that's why he left, because he went AFK and then came back and went, oh, damn. Anyway, you put your survivor into the Zeppelin. You fly to the mainland to one of these bases. Now, each base has a very specific type of unit and combination that it spawns. I think these are the ogres. Yes, indeed. They're actually very scary. The Lochnash, and what else? Tower of Weston, not the Tower of Tellin, ladies and gentlemen. So we're getting kind of an idea. You fly over to the mainland, you buy one of these bases, and then you just go batshit crazy. You do start out with enough money that you can buy a base and then upgrade it once. And that will give you slightly better spawns. We're going to see my first spawn here. Oh, about 40 seconds, or did I already move out? No, okay, we see I already got the spawn. 2 sorceresses, 2 apprentice wizards. They actually changed the way that the wizard base works, and it's the only reason I chose it in this version, because I know that in the previous versions, they did magic damage. And every single race does have a heavy armored unit that has to tank. I mean, it's just it. You upgrade your base fully, and eventually you're going to have that big beefy tank to go ahead and hold your line for you. And against the wizards, it meant nothing. It just meant that it died faster and you sucked, and the wizards were awfully overpowered and they won every game. So they changed it. They changed it so that they do piercing damage, which only does extra damage to unarmored and light. I mean, pretty much reduced damage to every single thing else. We see our poor host Red here. He wasn't actually familiar with how this game is played, and he ends up getting his survivor dropped by a lake. And he's a little upset. Light Blue went ahead and took the Temple of Darkness. You're going to see a lot of chat and a lot of upset people in this game, guys. Just kick back, prepare for it. It's really funny. And Blue going for the Dark Spire. This is a very scary base as well. The demons, you get Doom Guards and Sludge Flingers, as well as Fell Hunters. Now, the problem with Fell Hunters, especially for my race, is they have mana burn. They have friggin' mana burn. That does 150, or I think it's 100 or 150. Now, we go ahead and look at my sorceress. It's a third of her life. I mean, you do that, suddenly she can't cast slow anymore, and you've taken off a third of her life. So the Fell Hunters, really great. If you go ahead and flank my army with Fell Hunters, I'm pretty much just gonna die. And it's so sad. Oh yes, guys, I want to mention Redeemer, I think it is. Yes, Wrath Redeemer. He's been an excellent viewer of the channel. He's commented a lot. I absolutely love him. Nice guy. He's a very good sport about this whole thing. He's never played before. I was giving him some tutoring before this started, and for quite a while I just we just kind of fight back and forth, and I don't kill him and he doesn't kill me. It's all very cordial, if you will. Cordial cherries. And let's see over here, what is this? Light Blue sending a single skeleton warrior because he's pretty sure that Blue is in the top left. Because Blue says I have demons, that's why. And so these bases are going to spawn in the exact same place every time. Fortress of the King here spawns some very, very strong units. Red, I think Red gets here, and oh, poor Red. Anyway, so like I'm saying, so many different bases camp. Kobold, we've got another little thing over here. I can't tell what's going on. Oh, look at that. Galantis the Dragon. And there's even little items hidden around all over the place. Let's see if I can find one over here. I know there's a sword hilt somewhere buried in these trees, and we're not going to be able to find it because I'm awful. Oh, and this too, the Watchtower of Tesh, or Teesh, it can be used to cast a reveal on the map, so keeps you well informed. And by the way, that is really important in this game. If at any point you can get enough units that you can afford to send out scouts all over the place, it's super effective to know where your opponents are coming from, until you do something that I do, and it sort of negates the need to know exactly where things are at all times, and it gets rid of a lot of the positioning concerns. But we do see lots of creeps on this map. Very, very action-filled map. It's a little rough compared to the expectations of nowadays, but I still think it's one of the best. It's so great. Siege Golem over here protecting these Hugo and Dagnus, the Demented Inventors. And I don't remember what they dropped because I didn't go after them this time. Now, what you have a problem with in this map, if you don't have, I'm lying to them, if you don't have 12 players, is oftentimes you will find yourself starved for money in the early game until you find out where everyone is. In 12-player maps, much more likely you're going to bump into someone almost immediately. Like I said, unfortunately, in this version, we had to start with 7 because it's just not played enough, guys. So whoever's watching this, immediately go to makemehost.com, host a game, or join a War of the 12 Kingdoms that you already see up. I would love, absolutely love to see that. In fact, tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that I'm awake when this video is done uploading. And tomorrow for me is going to be today for you guys, which will be, what, Saturday? Saturday. Friday. God, I'm awful at time and thoughts and most things. Oh, I do get scouted. That's how he says, pink as mages. Blast you. Anyway. I will make sure that I am ready to be on Make Me Host at that time. I will even host a game if I don't see any going. So please join my War of the Lost Kingdoms for some really epic fun. And we see purple here, Barony of Lotus, the Barony of Lotus. And he's got Goblin Artillery, he's got Goblin Shredders, and they do a lot of damage. A surprising chunk of damage. I mean, look at this. The basic unit for the Fellstalker, 21 to 24, about 500 health. These things, 550 health, 34 to 46. The fast attack speed as compared to the blep blep of the Fellstalker, fast attack speed still. But still, it's almost double the damage. It's crazy. Yellow here wandering around with his dwarves. God, we passed by each other so many times. Once the game starts getting more filled up and you start getting more spawns and stuff like that, it's much easier to run into armies. But for now, we're all just sort of stumbling in the darkness going, where's he? And, I can't see him. Just that's you. And just fumbling about, touching each other in the dark. Sounds exactly as fun as it is. Oh god, Red! No! Red's gonna lose his guy. No, his survivor. Oh my god, Blue's such an ass. He probably thinks Red has stuff, so bam. I was wondering why Red left. And luckily, since Red didn't know what he was doing, and he didn't actually get a base, that didn't screw us over. Blue doesn't have 2 huge bases now to totally wreck us with. God, Yellow was outside my base constantly, and we just kept passing by one another. I decided to go over here and kill off these wolves because there's the Horn of Halthus. Oh my god, the timing is insane here. Yellow is just there to intercept my survivor. And by the way, that's an important thing on this map. If you lose your survivor, you're... Oh god. Galantis the dragon is doing terrible, terrible damage to this army. Okay. He's not going down. Maybe that's why Purple left, because he just sacrificed all his units to that thing and got nothing out of it. We'll see if he leaves in a minute. The Mountain King. Was that the Mountain King? Yeah, it was. Oh, Purple. God, so many people making basic mistakes. There we go. Moving out. And by the way, those wolves dropped an item for my hero called the Horn of something, and it gives us a command aura. We'll see that going down our units here. +3 attack. It's like plus 10% damage. Very effective, and it's like surprisingly good in larger armies because it just increases exponentially. Any percentage increase in damage you can get is always wonderful in an aura. And now we see light blue. How did I miss this? Oh, okay. See, light blue decided to come kill me, and so did blue. So, yeah. Oh, and look at that. Look what happened here. Yo, not my necros, bros. Oh, he's just... God, that's so difficult for light blue. We can see that his necromancers are just getting chain mana burned, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And then I come in from behind. Wham, wham. Yeah, let's go, baby. Come on. You think your abomination scares me? It don't. I'm good. Let's go. Sludge Flinger trying to get away. Blam. Hit him in the face with magic. Light blue comes back for a little skirmish, but I chase him off. This would be really overpowered. Like, imagine if I was doing magic damage instead of piercing. I'm already doing plenty of damage. And we do see that that little skirmish has brought me up to just enough to go ahead and buy another base, the base of the Air Lords. I just bought it because it was close by. I wasn't really going after a particular combination, but it ends up working out rather nicely that all of my mages are extremely weak against piercing damage. Well, except for the wizard there, I guess he's fine. But my apprentice wizards, my sorceresses, and a few of the other guys, they're extremely weak against piercing, which is something that blue has in abundance with these sludge flingers. And it's very, very helpful for me to get the Air Lords. We see a little skirmish, my guys run away. I'm really not interested in fighting yellow at that unfortunate angle. And for those of you reading chat, it is pretty boring for a little while. I don't know, I went quiet. Like, I'm contemplating what they're talking about. Oh my god. That abomination has so much blood on his cleaver. Oh, they're so... just creepy looking. More Necromancer is going to move out. Light blue feeling pretty good. Blue, however, now has Doomguard. Very scary unit. And they do piercing damage. So again, most of what he has just tears through my mages. So if I'm fighting him, I really want to have something that has at least medium or heavy armor to tank for my wizards. And at the moment, yeah, not nearly enough. Not nearly enough, my friends. We are going to see that it used to be when I was wizards, I would just attack move. Just like, alright, let's all charge. I did swing a group back behind here to try to target down these mortar teams, because those are one of the things you really have to worry about. Mortar teams are terrifying in large numbers, and if you can, just try to slowly strip down your opponent's numbers of their siege units, because those will, in the late game, screw you over. And a yellow complaining about my slow attack. Yes, as I was saying, we'll see that I actually start using the abilities of the wizards. For example, these wizards, conjurers. Wonder what's the difference there. I think the conjurer is the one that can cast the lightning shield and purge, and the wizard is the one that can go ahead and cast. I'm not sure what it's really called. Which one am I selecting? Oh yeah, the wizard can cast Fairy Fire, so you can keep an eye on your opponent's army. If you just want to send out a few wizards, Fairy Fire a unit in his army, bam, suddenly you have vision of wherever it is. It's very effective, keeps you informed. I don't actually use Fairy Fire that much, but you will see some really fun use of Lightning Shield. And at this point, it's down to 4 people. 3 people just either sucked or left. And I'm not going to say Red sucked. He was new. And we are very much willing to excuse new players because they're lovely and we appreciate their efforts. We are saying that I'm moving around with definitely the biggest army at the moment. There's really no argument about that. They've all just been hitting each other off and on. Blue does have quite a bit of units over there. And I think he's going to say I'm leaving. So, yeah, Blue said I'm going to have to go eat sometime soon. So I'm just going to mass up a giant army. And I thought, oh, okay, so you're just going to leave it undefended? Yeah, alright guys, so I'm going to head over to Blue's base and try to get some free kills, but let's remember, demons are scary whether they're controlled or not. Even without mana burn, they're just really strong against what I have, and we're just going to watch my units die here. We're going to watch me lose quite a few units, but since he's gone, I figured it was at least in my advantage to go ahead and throw some money at it, because then I can get upgrades, I can get other bases more quickly. He's going to come back, sure, he's going to have quite a lot of money, but I've spent it already, and then I can go on to other fights, get more money from other people. That was my thinking, at least, and Dwarven Champion's very cool little unit. They hold the line, they have the defend ability. And let's go ahead and talk about the mechanics of this game while I'm over here dying horribly. God, I don't do any extra damage to anything that he has, it's awful. Anyway, so we'll talk about the mechanics of the game. Don't lose your survivor, because if your survivor is killed, whoever killed it gains complete control over everything that you own. All your bases, all your units, everything. It is vitally important to keep the survivor alive, and sniping them is something that you will see players try to do very often. If they are able to, it's a great early game lead, and even late game, let's say you get your survivor out, you know, you're hiding him in the woods or something because you don't want him to get caught, but a unit sights him and suddenly that guy just goes all balls to the walls after your survivor. He kills him and you've just lost all of your massive army, and even if you were going to win, you're screwed. Now we see yellow moving out, and I get a little concerned because I realize, oh, I just threw away 3 control groups at blue for a decent amount of money. I mean, a fizz-bang amount of money. Even changes the name here. We have Lord of Darkspire, Makthar for the win, Fizzbang, and Cult of the Dead. I like that these players got into it, and they were what made me decide to go, alright, you know what, fine, I'll be Fizzbang. Conjurer, you can do it. I don't think you can do it, though, Sorceress. No, you're gonna get... Oh, no, Donkey punched. Oh, she goes down. It's very sad. And we see light blue and yellow always outside my base. It's like everyone decides to come kill me at exactly the same moment, and then they just end up duking it out with each other, and then I move out and I go ahead and, you know, take advantage of that. Luckily, I have the second base here that's been producing units of Raven Scouts, Airlord Fighters, and Airlord Elites. Mostly medium armor units in this army. You do get a single heavy armored unit, the Airlord Heavy Infantry, the second level upgrades. By the way, each upgrade for your whatever base you have is called a keep, and each keep costs 100 gold. That's 10 units. You have to kill 10 units, and then you can upgrade a base. Most bases cost about 175 gold to purchase right off the bat, and more slow going down. And from there, once you have enough money, you want to consider taking over your survivor. Go to the Mason's Lodge, buy a worker, bring it back to your base, construct an altar of kings. Then that will turn, you will have a purchase ability for 50 gold that will turn your survivor into a king. Actually turns him into a paladin looking unit with more health. He can gain levels, he has an attack, he has actual hero armor, and he can use divine shield. That's it though, as far as abilities go. So you can keep him on the line, but it's very dangerous to do so. Even then, upgrade him to a king is basically saying, alright, if I get caught out of position, I have about 20 seconds, maybe 10 seconds where I'm safer, and he can theoretically fight off a couple units if he gets caught. But after you build a king, you can go ahead and build an altar of heroes where you may purchase a hero for your army. One of any of the regular Warcraft 3 heroes with all their abilities that you would expect. Pardon me while I take a sip of water, guys, because I'm talking a lot. Sweet, sweet H2O. Sweet, sweet H2O. Oh my god, is that delicious. Anyway, so you can go ahead and get a hero, and then you can also construct a blacksmith so you can buy upgrades for your units. We'll see my apprentice wizards will never get any extra attack, but they do have decent attack right off the bat. However, my sorceresses, my wizards and stuff like that, they will be able to be upgraded along with all the Airlord fighters and pretty much everything else in the army. I think maybe the apprentice wizards are the only thing in the game that just have a base attack, and that's it. My survivor's sitting over here like just a crazy man. I go ahead and I buy a peasant and I try to get out of there. Where's the peasant? Ah, there he is, sneaking by, the mason. He does not want to die this day, no, because he has an important building to go build. Yellow forced to retreat, unfortunately, in the face of my army. His rifleman, piercing damage, not doing that much. Mortar team's actually extremely effective against all my Airlord units. Not so much against my sorceress unit. We see light blue massing up. Blue still has plenty of guys over here. He's not worried at all. He's still AFK, but his base is fully upgraded, so he's just going to keep getting more and more units there. I have managed to finally finish upgrading the base of the Airlords all the way, so I'm feeling pretty cocky at this point. I'm like, alright, I keep fighting off yellow, I keep fighting off light blue, and when I don't think I'm ever going to manage to fight them off, I can just back into my base and let them fight outside over who's going to get the reward of picking my corpse. And generally, they fight for too long, and then I have enough units again, and I push out and kill them. Oh god, light blue, there you are with your scary skeletons and your ugly abominations. Quite a lot of necromancers, though. You gotta watch out. They will raise your units immediately into skeletons, and they swarm you under very quickly. There we go. Feeling free to move out. Feeling frisky. Feeling feisty. A few of my Airlord reinforcements do get caught out of position, though. That's a little unfortunate. They're gonna go down because I'm just such an awful commander. Oh, War of the Lost Kingdoms, indeed. Because I should lose this game based on how I play. Skeleton Warrior is actually very beefy unit, so are abominations, but once again light blue's forced away. I try to run my units down immediately so that I can target these necromancers. I never want to leave them alive for longer than I have to, and I finally realize, ooh, conjurers have a lightning shield. That's a thing. We're gonna see it used. There we go. Go ahead and, oh, look at that, just 10 health points a second, and it's gonna start cutting through this guy's health very quickly. Oh, poor bugger. Anyway, so lightning shields, guys, make sure you use them. They're really, really good. I mean, look at that. I just killed off 2 more units after he retreated because of the lightning shield. Very good. Yellow's moving out. He's not really sure what he's supposed to be doing. Do I buy another base? Let's see how much money he has. Makthar, 140, not quite enough for a base. Dark Lord, 355. And Cult of the Dead, 55. He's saying, wizards have too much spawn. No, it's not all wizards, buddy. It's definitely not all wizards. Although they do seem to pile up very quickly. I wouldn't mind maybe reducing the spawn by 1 unit per time. Like give me 3 at start instead of 4. And so on and so forth. Blue, have you moved out yet? Nope, just sludge flingers sitting there. Because they're bored. Redeemer's going to tell a cute little joke. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the Royal Stables. Well, I thought I was, except I decided instead to go ahead and build a Hall of Champions, where you train the world's finest heroes to kick all the ass. Light blue finds yellow extremely funny. I hope they have a wonderful life together. I think they'll do well. Now, this base is always a base I've had a bit of a problem with because you can get in here and then just go around the back. These trees actually don't cut this base off. I feel bad for light blue because you should have a choke point, but no, I mean, although this looks like where you should be attacking, you can just filter in units all the way around here. It's a little ridiculous. And and blue's making fun of me, calling me dumb because demons are better than mages. And you know what? He just might be right. He just might be right. Blue says, you know what? I'm back. I'm full. I'm stuffed with lasagna or whatever else I've had. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to take out some creeps, kill some people, and win this game. Yellow, once again, he's going to take... he's going to bunker up inside this base here. He's going to say, no, you know what? This is mine. I like these walls. I like these... It's good dwarven construction. Oh, wow. Light blue is actually moving out all over the place. He's trying to find something to kill, leaving his base extremely lightly defended. And this is the problem early on in the game is, what if someone just attacked your base? I mean, the base only has 2,000 hit points. You could aim it down like that. It'd be done. So you generally want to keep at least a control group back at your base. Blue's angry because I killed the control groups that he wanted. And he's going to say, I think he's going to start taunting me. Let's see what he does. There we go. I back up, and then I make sure he has to funnel into this choke point. Why? Because I have a plethora of ranged units, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty sure I outnumber him since I have 2 bases. Yeah, he's going to be forced to retreat. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Ah, you know it does. You know it does. There we go. Slow down that Doom Guard. Oh, I want him, but I think he gets away. Oh, he does. 219. Oh, poison's getting him, though. That poison's super effective. I'm going to be doing Airlord hit and run tactics from now on. Named Spartan the Strong, King of the Dead. Yes, because, by the way, when you upgrade your hero or your survivor into hero, he gets a name, such as Huntus the Betrayer. I'm guessing that Light Blue got Spartan the Strong. Yes, he did. It was my favorite day ever when many, many years ago I was playing this game, and suddenly, I think, like 5 out of the 6 players left in the game decided to start attacking me. They drove me back in here, and I upgraded my survivor to a king finally because I was just so overwhelmed and I knew I needed a hero. And we're going to see me engage the blue here because he told me to come back and attack him, and now, oh, suddenly lag. Oh, I'm sure lag's why you're going to lose this one, buddy. Anyway, I upgraded my guy into a king, and sure enough, Spartan the Strong was in the last bastion, 300 units holding off every goddamn unit on the map. And here we go, dropping down these lightning shields. You can see it's just taken away. It's wonderful. Just drop it on every other unit in the line, and suddenly they start melting. I mean, don't get me wrong, Doom Guards are still kicking quite a lot of butt, but not as much as he needed. Oh, yes, thank you, Airlord Elite. I know you've been crippled, but we are going to clean up this army, and we're going to feel pretty good about ourselves after that. He tried to target down Huntus, but I don't think he tried to target. I just had Huntus in the middle of the fight, so he was getting hit. I'm not going to accuse him of hero targeting. I have a chance to later, and I just pass it up. I'm like, it seems kind of douchey. He did get a Mason, though. He did get a Mason. His survivor's running around. Oh, if only I could have caught him. And they're saying, what should I get? And he's like, get the overpowered horse fields. He's like, they aren't. They're just fast moving. They're saying, oh, it's too close to pink because he has 2 bases. And I thought, well, actually, the horse field sounds really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the horse fields and upgrade it twice, and I still have 190 gold to do whatever I want with it. Oh no, that's right, I was rallying my hero down here, and he just gets murdered by Yellow's army. So Yellow now, kind of pissing me off, and I want to take revenge, because I think he just got like 49 gold for that kill, so I'm going to go extract at least 49 gold out of his hide. Meanwhile, Light Blue looking kind of scary. He's got the Revenants, he's got the Abominations, and he's got the Necromancers. He's looking in good shape right now. He still has 1 base, though, and meanwhile, Purple, who if he had just stayed, would have this redonkulous army. Oh well. There we go. I'm going to push in a little bit. Yeah, Andromath, come here, baby. We're going to run in there all at the same time, and we're going to try to do some damage with this little force that we have, because we're starting to feel better. I mean, we have these, right? We have the Royal Stables, we have the Airlord base, or base of the Airlords. And we have Wizard's Sanctum. So we have a nice little triangle here. Anything that's going to move in there, we can reinforce very easily from all different angles. There we go. Going to drop down those lightning shields. Oh, doing terrible damage to his back line. Slowing it down again. We can watch that. Yellow saying, I'm dead. I actually feel a little bad for him at this point, so I say, you know what? Alright, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to, you know what? It's fine. I got 2 levels on my Archmage. I did some damage. I extracted some pain from you. I feel like we're even at this point. There we go. The final unit of the Horse Lords, the Horse Lord, who saw that coming. You also get Huntresses. I feel like it shouldn't be the Royal Stables. It should just, well, actually, Royal Stables is fine because it's just everything that's mounted. So yeah, I was gonna say just the Mountie base. Light Blue swinging in though. I think he smells blood and he wants to get some money. And once again, I'm gonna rally the wrong way and just force my units to run through an army rather than, oh god. Frustrates me so much. Meanwhile, I decide I have some money, so Hauntus, go ahead and get another base, dude. Why not make this a square? I'm tired of triangles. Ugh. And my Horse Lord's doing some damage. Oh no, Light Blue realizing, fuck, Yellow got, Pink got Horse Lords. And why am I pink, guys? I want to specify, I'm pink because real men wear pink. Oh, and just as I buy the base, literally, Yellow comes in there. I think he had just gotten enough money. Yes, he did. He really wanted this base. He could still go get trolls. The trolls are a really good base. Yellow's gonna, he's like, oh my god, Pink, I hate you. I have a moment because I didn't realize the entire game that these do normal damage. I thought they did siege damage. So I see all these and I go, I'm gonna lose my base right when I get it. Oh no. Oh no. So I run my hero into the middle of his army, try to distract him, do some damage. Oh, I pop the attack. Pop the shield rather. It's like Yellow should have beat Pink if he played right. You know what? Screw you two, man. Yeah, probably, though. I mean, between mortar teams and riflemen. And Blue. Blue's saying, mortars are greater than everything. And he's not lying, guys. Be careful. Mortars are extremely strong. Don't engage in a choke point against the dwarves when they have mortars. Light Blue running home because he's a little upset. He does have some reinforcing units here. But again, he doesn't have 2 bases, so he doesn't have. I think everyone else is on 1 basis. I'm... Oh, hold on. Is that actually true? No, okay. Light Blue is now on 2 bases. Light Blue's on 2. The other 2 players are on 1 base, and I'm on 4. And it's at this point that I go, I'm getting attacked from all angles, and they're sort of starting to realize that they need to gang up on me. Oh, that Huntress was just exploded. That was awful. Okay, we're going to switch back to me because I think I'm the only hero at the moment. Oh no, it died again because I suck. Anyway, at this point I realized they're going to start ganging up on me. They know that I'm a threat. So as much as I would love to be kind to a viewer of my channel, I am forced to say, you know what? I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Redeemer. But you are going to be dead. And he's saying, I can't leave to buy a base. Poor Yellow. Can't even get out of his base right now. And here we are, we're just massing up outside. Their mortars are kind of scary, but once again, just, God, I'm just throwing away so many units. And I realize, you know what, I don't actually have to kill him. But I do have to kill this little guy right here. And he's looking nervous, scratches his head going, well, fuck, if the dwarves fail, what am I going to do? Yellow here still has quite a few units. The mortars in the back are doing their job, but unfortunately his supporting riflemen are dying very quickly. And being a good Broken Alliances player, he realizes he shouldn't have his mortar teams taking all the damage. He has about 15 seconds left before he's going to spawn some more units, and I think, you know what, time to target the Survivor. Oh, that's right, no, I do Survivor target, but I don't do it later. Because at this point, I really wanted to win. Oh god, and I'm like, the Survivor's gonna get away. Slow him. Oh, we get the slow off in the last second. Yes, there we go. Andromath level 6 now, right in the middle. And Yellow's saying he killed me. Oh, so close to death. 69. Ooh, 69. 4 health and dead. And guys, like I said, look who's got some mortar teams. Yes. Now, Blue saying my units are so dumb. Is he skirmishing with Light Blue again? Of course they're picking fights. Light Blue actually does have another base now. Knollville, I think he chose one further up because he didn't want one necessarily close to his base because his base is very far from the action. He wants something that can support the attacks more quickly. And now they're just going to start getting really pissed off at this point. Let's speed it up. We got about another 15, 16 minutes left in this replay, and it's good. So, at this juncture, because I've said at this point about 1,000 times in this cast so far, so we're going to say at this juncture, Blue says, well, crap, I can't let him have dwarves. Dwarves are too strong, and I've already been telling him that... Okay, so that's what he was yelling at. I thought he was attacking, but then nothing happened for a while. So I decided I'm going to go fucking kill Blue. So I sent all my units over here to Blue, and I don't realize... Oh, God, does he stop outside my base to gather up? I feel like he does. And these single apprentice wizards are like, guys, there's things. And Blue realizes, oh, jig's up, gotta run in. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about why I picked this hero. If you have a very heavy melee-based army, feel free, get the Dreadlord, drop that Infernal. But if you are spread out or you want to go on long treks out to kill things, get Andromath, get the Archmage, because that mass teleport ability is so important. It allows you to reinforce anywhere almost instantly with I think about 24 units. So it's going to be just enough for me to hold off this army. And by the way, his friggin' blizzard attack there, it's amazing. Yeah, just drop some lightning shields on him for you know, good measure. And Blue's going to say, well, I put Major Hurd on his army. We're going to ignore that I have that and this and this and this. I think Blue underestimated exactly how much stuff I had. No, you definitely hurt some of the army. But bam! What's that? You want to attack here? I'm going to teleport right into the base. He's like, I'm trying to take a base right now. I got it. Oh, so close. What a time. Azothan's throat's drying out. Oh, Blue. Oh, you so killed a lot. Yeah, let's ignore the minimap. Because that stream of white does not indicate that he is correct. Light Blue said, is he killing you? Because I feel like all of his units are here. He's like, oh, I lost. And Light Blue I thought was just going to run away. Nope, he's just going to go down here and try to attack the Horse Lords. Oh, so annoying. But once again, gather up some units, stop there for a second, and swoop. Yep, going to defend the base, baby. Throwing out a Water Elemental, 900 health. Excellent tanky unit there for the front. And Light Blue saying, that TP so hard. I'm going to start fighting Blue here, but I realize I can't quite engage yet. I'm still worried about Light Blue, but luckily this has a very small cooldown, so oh, yep, going to teleport right to the front of his base and start doing it. And Blue saying, now he's hitting me, whatever you have, go ahead and hit him, but Light Blue's already on the retreat. He doesn't feel like engaging, and I can't blame him at the moment. And he's saying, I lost demons. No, I lost demons. What's that? Demons are better than mages. Well, I'm better than you, Demon King. That was kind of bitchy. I'm sorry. You're a great player. My guess is that if you hadn't gone AFK to go to lunch, this would have been a very different game. Very different game. He's like, oh no, I lost everything. And at this point, I just want to be very clear here. Guys, I'm not cheating. We're going to look at my screen. Okay. There we go. I do spot that Hall of Champions there. I felt really bad. He says, my hero's stuck. I start looking at the map. I see a bit of blue, and I went, oh, if I attack that, he's going to think I'm map hacking. He's going to think I'm a cheater. And I don't know why I care so much what everyone on the internet thinks, but I do. Like, if you guys could see me yesterday, there was some drama on a website that I'm on. And I can't emotionally deal with internet drama because it's this thing where you get the excitement of an argument, right? Like, you're having an argument in person. Yay, water elemental versus water elemental. Oh, dead. You get the excitement of an argument. You get all built up. You get all, worked up, and oh, your blood juices flowing and all that stuff. And for me, I'm a very vocal person, so I like to take some action, be in the person's presence, talk to them, have a discussion, talk about our problems. But you can't do that on the internet. You get angry, and then you're reduced to just like away on a keyboard for a while, and that's not satisfying at all. That's awful is what it is. So I get built to tensed up, and I have to do this, and then I get angry, and more things happen, so my stress level gets higher, and I think maybe if I text the right message, I'll feel less stressed. Nope, nothing really. And once again, I see that Blue's attacking, so we're gonna stop and swing right in there, drop it down, do some blizzards. Yes, because most of his units are heavy armored, and God, wizards would wreck this if wizards still did magic damage. And meanwhile, Blue. Ooh, Blue making the assault, sending in some reinforcements in the back here. I'm getting cleaned up in this department at least. But I do manage to halt Blue's attack there, and Blue's forced to run away. He's like, God, Light Blue, what are you doing? He's like, I'm hitting him. I'm literally hitting him right now. And Blue is so confused because he says, I have multiple, guys. Multiple armies attacking me. Oh god, and I attacked here too. He's like, I'm fighting at least 75% of his army. You're fighting 30% of my army at the moment. Guys, I have 5 bases. I'm fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, 5 bases indeed. Feeling good. No, oh, that's right. I got 6 base over there. And Lieutenant Colonel Frost calls it a game. Too bad he's not Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, because that would be much cooler. Lieutenant Hughes never loses, right? And Light Blue being a little cheeky, he says he names himself the last of the free people. Absolutely love it. Very cool name. I love the fact that you can name yourself in this game. Oh, and I discover his base and I teleport right in behind there. God, that teleport is so good. And here I discover, what in the 9 bucks? I don't even know what's going on here, but purple with these goblin mobile artillery is terrifying. God, you look at that, and there's not that many units in the game that do siege damage, so this goblin mobile artillery with the fortified armor, really scary. At this point, I'm thinking, alright, he has at least 3 bases as far as I know. Turns out I think he has like 4. Is he going to buy this one too? Yep. And I just start sending out groups of units everywhere. I'm like, alright, stream out, guys. Go all over the map and find these bases for me, because even if I like lose an entire group of 12 units just stumbling into an army, I'm still going to find what I need to know, and I have enough units that I can back it up. See that I have pretty much emptied every base at this point, because I'm not worried about getting attacked, I'm worried about finding him before he can attack me. Summon the dwarves, that's fine. I think there was just a spawn. Yeah, everything just spawned a few more. And I do catch this base here. Whoop, teleport right in on that unit that was scouting, and that's another thing that's good. You just send out 3-4 units, you run to that army, and bam, you teleport in, and you have an instant attack force right on his doorstep. He does manage to catch a bunch of these units, these elven warriors and stuff, out of position. You will notice that my upgrades now are at 2-2. 2 on my ranged, 2 on the attack on my range, and then 2 on the defense on my melee units, which just seemed like a good way to balance things out. I don't know, since you can't choose whether you're going pure melee or pure ranged army, just seemed like a good idea to get something for everybody. Now 1-2 on my melee. Oh, the Imperial Guard is such a good unit. He has the roar ability to increase your armor, and you get that. So after you get a king, you can declare one of your bases to be the capital of your empire, and that base will start spawning the Imperial Guards. And they're pretty good. It's very good, actually. Single bear warrior in the back fighting. Oh no, his hero gets so low. I was slowing him down. I was going to target him, and I thought, it seemed kind of rude. I don't want to make the poor guy quit right now, because we could still have some fun. I just didn't realize how many bases I had. At this point, I have 590 gold. I could go buy, I don't know, 4 more bases, but I decided not to. I even have his original base, and he's going to run. Yes, come on, Spartan the Strong. I believe in you. I believe in you, darling baby dearest. Come on, you can do it. And we can see on the map all of this pink is converging on this little dot of white on the map. Oh god, Spartan the Strong, he's gonna get out of there. He can do it. I believe in him. He has enough for another base too. He can make this stand for just a little bit longer. The Dwarven Warriors are fighting the Gnolls. Oh, they are just absolutely crushing everything. And his hero is... Oh, there he goes. Alright, there he goes, guys. He decided to finally call it quits. So, I know that wasn't the most amazing game that could have possibly been played in this map, but I really wanted to just get this video out so that I can show it to you guys, and you will start playing this game more. Hopefully, I would love to actually see some Lost Kingdoms replays. I think this game has an amazing potential for gigantic turnaround. Sudden, like, oh my fuck, things have just become totally different because of the killing the king, killing the survivor thing that you can do. So go ahead, guys, send it to nethron21@hotmail.com if you want to discuss War of the 12 Kingdoms or any other of the other War of the Lost Kingdoms, Broken Alliances, any King Leopold maps. Go visit brokenalliances.com. Very sweet, very active community. They've been super helpful with my Broken Alliances casts. And this has been War of the Lost Kingdoms, an amazing strategy game where you must kill your opponents to get more gold, buy bases, expand, try to snipe his survivors, and ultimately try to take over the entire kingdom. So thank you. This has been Azothan. I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I will see you all later.